Hello, and welcome back as I prepare to go all Dan Saxon down in the deepest, dankest depths of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. That's right, I'm so deep and dank that I, like Dan Saxon, I'm beyond the law now. The pressure, it's entirely off, which is what I find so great about the release of the Crimson Court DLC. I can basically do whatever the hell I want now, and there's no consequences for failure, because if we die, meh, big deal. Just go play the Crimson Court. It'll be fine. I'll just start a new campaign with the DLC-enabled Darkest Dungeon. You can't hurt me anymore. All your strength, and there's nothing you can threaten me with now, Darkest Dungeon. Nothing. I'm like Charlie Sheen in a post-2.5 Men world. Since I'm making a bunch of Beyond the Law references, I might as well throw in some Charlie Sheen, too. It's like they fired me from 2.5 Men. Now I don't have CBS breathing down my neck, and I can do whatever the hell I want now. I can phone in death threats to Chuck Lorre. I can talk about having undisclosed, unprotected sex while being HIV positive. I can stab my fiancée in the throat with a pen if I want to. Nobody's going to stop me. There's no law. Not even Michael Madsen can do anything about it. I am beyond the law. I'm also not beyond surprisingly difficult to work with Linda Fiorentino, but you know what? There's really, she's so difficult, so difficult. But still, the power, the freedom I'm experiencing with the release of the DLC, I really do know what it's like to be the Joker now. I know exactly what he felt when Batman had him dangling from that limb. He knew how beautiful, how freeing. So hell, let's just go down in the Darkest Dungeon. We're going to take old good cop, bad cop down here. Before we do good cop, bad cop down in the dungeon, there is one thing I want to check on. Just because I'm all loosey-goosey and devil-may-care now, doesn't mean I want to be stupid. I still would like to win this run, and if at all possible, I'm going to take every step I can to make sure that we do, in fact, win it. Gallows humor. Alright, it's pretty good. Unparalleled finesse. 10 dodge, bonus 2 speed. Bonus to melee, bonus to melee. Not bad. Clean guns. We don't really use range skills as much. Bandit's defense is pretty good. I think we got to take Bandit's sense. We always want encourage. Wound care and pep talk we could do without. Let's take unparalleled finesse, because we're going with mostly melee skills. So that's got Shane sorted. Let's make sure those skills are equipped. Yeah, equipped by default. So that's got you sorted. Caitlin Stark. Okay, you're looking smart, sharp, and ready to work. Smartly dressed was Caitlin Stark. Actually, Caitlin Stark was not smartly dressed, Pete. She always wore kind of frumpy, sort of dowdy school marm frocks. Well, I mean, she was a mom. Come on. Good cop, bad cop is ready. Bonesaw is ready. Let's grab ourselves some trinkets and make this work. Now, we are going to need the Hands of Glory. It's a little unfortunate. The Talisman of the Flame, we do have to light 3, we got to do the lighting the way here, so... Who's going to be carrying these? Well, the people who are going to be carrying these are the people that we don't want afflicted, so that's going to be Maud Flanders. The problem we get with that is we are giving up some pretty significant bonuses by having these guys take these into the dungeon, which does suck a little bit, but all things considered, I feel like it's going to be okay. Do we want to take anything that gives us bonus stress? I kind of feel like the answer to that question is a strong and resounding absolutely not. Holy Orders give us penalties to stress accrual, or rather bonuses to stress accrual, also an extra 15% virtue chance, and Hero's Ring, also pretty good. Now, here's the thing. We could ditch the Holy Orders in favor of the Squidgy Tentacle. This gives us a 50% chance, a bonus 50% chance, which I think puts our base chance at like 55. What are we giving up? We could trade 10 virtue chance for just 20% less overall stress. But if we're gambling on the virtue, do we really care about the stress? Bonus death blow resistance is handy, but you know what? Honestly, I think if we're going to stack and just go for the virtue on our guy who's going to be taking all the stress, I think we just stack and go for the virtue. Let's just go Squidgy Tentacle Hero's Ring. Which leaves us pretty wide open with respect to the rest of our team here. We got some guys who can do whatever we want. I really hate going with plus 25% stress for the Blasphemous Vial, but we kind of need the stun and blight skill chance, although the blight skill chance on that is not fantastic. I think we can probably make do. Holy Orders here, plus 33% healing skills with the smite penalty to stress. We're definitely going to go for that. I'd love to throw a Tome of Holy Healing on top of that. We just, unfortunately, don't have the space. We got to be protected from the Revelation skill, which means there's nobody left here but our boy Shane. For 10% stress, we could give him a 45 dodge. I find that dodge in the Darkest Dungeon is actually not that useful, really, because things have such high accuracy that the bonuses to dodge really, really tend to not pay dividends. We could go... I'd love to give him just like a dodgy sheath if we had one. Do we not have a dodgy sheath? I'm sure the Horrid Shrieker probably stole it while we weren't looking, because that's what he always does, steals our shit while we're not looking. All right, then. Well, let's just give you the Ancestor's Pen. We are taking a little bit extra stress here. But we need somebody who's going to be able to do some serious damage. 5 crit and 15% damage for 10 stress seems like a pretty respectable trade. So, provisions it is, then. And let's do this. We're going in. Layer 2, Darkest Dungeon. Let's do it. Yeah, we're still embarking. Give me my provisions, though. So, this is a long dungeon. We're taking 3 full stacks of food. You know, I don't think we need shovels in this one. Anti-venom, yeah, we're going to want a bunch of this. Let's take a whole stack of bandages. Medicinal herbs, you know what? I'm going to take like 4 of those. Torches, I want 3 full stacks. I'm kind of thinking maybe we get rid of the holy water. You know what? Yeah, can I get rid of this? It can't be sold because it's free. Well, shit, we got Hands of Glory taking up invaluable real estate here. I really would like some more bandages and anti-venom. Oh, wait, we have... Never mind, we have 2 stacks of anti-venom. Get rid of that. Okay, get rid of that. All of it. Oh, no, get rid of all of it, though. 3 full stacks of torches. Medicinal herbs. We're not going to need a key. I don't think we actually need shovels. I don't really remember... You know what? Let's bring along a few laudanum just in case. They've made some changes to Darkest Dungeon since the last time I was in it. Last time I was in the Darkest Dungeon, not the last time I played Darkest Dungeon. That was actually 2 days ago. But
submit to its wordless will are rewarded in a fashion. The creature's blessings are as repulsive as they are robust.
So you get thick, hardy tentacles, is what he's saying. Sure, the tentacles suck, but they are rich, thick, hardy, and they will probe and devour your foes. So, you know, they're hardy, thick tentacles. They come with some tangible benefits. You know, Darkest Dungeon here, Ancestor guy, you've kind of sold me on the worship of the Fallen One from the hoary netherworld and beyond. On the plus side, I do remember this dungeon from the last time I played, so I know what to expect. I know where to go. First thing we're going to do is start going to the right. And I think we have a... If memory serves me correctly, there is a hallway... Not a hallway battle, but there's... When we get to this room, we're going to have to fight. Alternatively, memory may not serve me correctly, and we could be fighting now. Alright, well, on the plus side, we can go for the immediate point-blank shot. Solid damage. Gonna flesh wall our boy here. That's fine. The little guard never really hurt anybody. Daze the mind. This is a stun attack, which worked because, of course, it did. Here comes the finger. We hate the finger. Ouch. Okay, 19 stress from the finger. It's really the stress. So much more than the damage. That's a problem. There's the death lash. We're gonna take a little stress off of that as well. We are bleeding, but if we're going to cure the bleed, I think we want to wait a turn. Let's see if we can get a stun here. We did, in fact, get the double stun. That's outstanding. And then what we'll do... We could have gone for damage from Mod Flanders, but I really, really want to start keeping people tip-top of their game all the way up to the top of the stack when it comes to heals. Start throwing a little blight around. Could have our boy go for the smack. 18 damage is respectable. It's not a kill, but it is respectable. You know what? I want this man dead, and I want to begin our reposting. Let's just go for the AoE heal. We're looking for criticals on these AoEs. That's the main reason for the AoE. We're looking for the crit. All right, Mod Flanders, so we now have 2 people who are bleeding. Next action we're going to take out of our Plague Doctor then is going to be to cure that bleed. So we can cure Battlefield. We get both of them at the same time. Mod Flanders is gone. Let's just go ahead and open a vein. Oh, yeah, Shane with the big old crit there. Some nice critical damage and some really, really nice stress relief. A big chunk of that critical damage has now been undone. The dodge! Oh, it's so good, though. The dodge! He dodged it and then riposte with the riposte critical. Man, ever since Shane has come back from the dead, homeboy is doing work here. Look at him. Talk about your heavy lifting. You know, we could do some stress relief here. Who's feeling a little troubled? Maud Flanders is feeling a little troubled. We'll do some stress relief. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not afraid of it. If we win a speed roll here, we could actually get fatal damage. Well, we don't have a target we can hit. We could point blank shot a corpse. Let's just shadow fade for the stun. Oh wait, that was an aim shot? It was an aim shot. Well, I was hoping we could get the speed roll. We're gonna get a heal off instead. Don't you win. You don't get to win a speed roll. Yeah, that man still has 18 hit points, which makes him dangerous. He does have fatal damage, but it looks like we're gonna take one more finger. 17 stress is unfortunate. The bleed is doubly unfortunate. What we can do, though, is just a little bit of self-stress relief. Both of those units back there do have fatal damage, so there's really no reason for us to concentrate on doing anything other than patching ourselves up. I'd like to get a speed roll win here. Okay, you know what? Shoot that corpse. And there's what I wanted right there. Let's cure that bleed. These guys are both dead. They just don't know it. See, you're dropping dead, and you're dropping dead. And Caitlin Stark racking up 2 kills without lifting a finger.
This expedition at least promises success.
Well, I wouldn't say it promises success yet, Wayne. You're jumping the gun a little bit. And also, I think my memory of this may not be as good as I thought it was, because I didn't think we were going to have a fight until we got to this room here. Is there a fight here? No. Okay, well, there is one thing I do know. We go this way because the first thingamajig is down over here. So we still want to go this way. How's our torchlight looking? Yeah, it's okay. Well, now it's suddenly not okay. So let's burn a torch. We don't want to be taking any more stress from walking around than we absolutely have to. Okay. Still in highlight. 41 critical damage from our boy. That was a palpable hit. We're going to take another of the fingers. All right, Caitlin Stark getting a little bit of finger action. Wouldn't be the first time old Caitlin Stark's taking a little bit of finger action, if you know what I mean. She, you know, she was a married woman. Would you assume that at some point in her life she had had a little digital stimulation? I mean, come on. Why can't a married lady like Caitlin, you know, enjoy the benefits of a successful and happy marriage? Why you got to deny Caitlin Stark the ability to have sexual gratification? That is not fatal damage, by the way, which is most unfortunate. Maul the flesh. Is that a stun? Nope, that's a huge bleed. Okay, we got a lot of bleed on us here. Let's go ahead and just patch this up. Nice critical heal. Got rid of our own bleed as well. We're gonna have Maud Flanders likely return to favor. Let's shank this man in the neck, get our riposte started. Here comes the flesh wall. That's just a guard, no biggie. Comes the death lash and the riposte. Oh, so good. God, Shane has been so amazing with the riposte. They're constant riposte criticals here. Yeah, you're gonna stress relief, and I really feel like you should probably just do yourself, bro. Again, you take a page from the book of Caitlin Stark and give yourself a little, you know, stimulation. Sometimes you gotta stimulate yourself a little bit. And then, you know, sometimes you just throw some poison at a cultist. Alright, so the Rapturous Cultist has fatal damage. He's gonna throw a heal at our boy. Actually, he threw a heal at himself. Alright, well, you're dead then. And here comes a finger. Alright. Not the end of the world. No bleed this time? We actually resisted a bleed. So, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to go some stress relief here. Shane is going to be able to finish this guy off. He's got the speed for it. Then we go for the directed heal. All that damage has been undone. Shane, my boy, cut his throat. You didn't quite make it all the way, though. That's okay, though. Caitlin Stark There to back you up as long as that blight sticks. It did, and free stress relief to boot. Hells yeah. I'll take 10 extra. And, oh my gosh, AoE heals for the, and a critical. Man, all right. Wow, I don't want to jinx it, but the, you know what? I was going to say the team is all firing on all cylinders here, but I didn't say that. I didn't mention that the team was firing on all cylinders because that shit could go south at any fucking moment, and I'm not jinxing it. I know how this works. Now, I know the Hand of Glory is here because I do remember where our Hands of Glory are, and this dungeon is, by and large, symmetrical. We've got this same thing sort of working on the other side, and that's going to be our goal. Go this way, then we're just gonna backtrack. We're walking back over our own steps to like try and minimize the number of fights we get into. I don't remember exactly where the fights are, but I know if we're walking down a hallway we've already walked down, if we walking down that lonely road, the only road that we have ever known, like a Green Day song, we'll be all right. Walking these empty streets on the boulevard of broken dreams. Alright, these guys are gonna be a tough row to hoe, but there's nothing to do when you got a tough row to hoe but start hoeing that row. 27 damage, got the push. Revelation for Caitlin Stark. Alright, it's stress, but other than that, it's not really much. Okay, there's another revelation. They're immediately throwing a lot of stress at Caitlin. Comes a torment. That did a lot of damage. Body slam. Okay, also did a lot of damage. Man, these guys are hitting... They're hitting pretty hard. We got to go for kills here. Nice critical from our boy. You know, a stun here only costs this man 1 action, and with these guys taking 2 turns per turn, I really feel like Blight is our better call. We're going to go for a directed heal. There's the Maud Flanders critical, so good. Okay, stack up some more Blight. Oh, that critical is big, actually. That's a bunch of extra rounds from that Blight. Doomsday. That attack is new. And everyone is blighted. Okay, well, first things first. We got anti-venom. We're going to fix the everyone is blighted bullshit. We missed that, but it still started our riposte. Okay, more revelation. They're really working Caitlin Stark over with the revelations, though. Here comes another Doomsday. We got a double stack. Oh, man, 8 per... That's actually fatal damage. They made these guys way tougher. Way tougher. We got to get one of them dead. We got to kill one of these guys, like, immediately. Okay, so we can't take any more of that blight damage. We're going to cure that. Then we're going to go for the Divine Comfort. A very timely critical. And there goes the stun. Okay, 12 more damage. Here comes a revelation. Hoburn Washburn does not have the ability to resist the revelation. So when those come, Hoburn's going to be taking a lot of freaking damage. 24 damage from a point-blank shot and the push. Comes a torment. Oh, good. Well, we have to do this. No choice. It was the only way we were getting off of death's door. Caitlin Stark taking another revelation. Stress is getting a little high. We have to throw a directed heal at our boy, even though that may not be enough. Yep, this torment's still going to put him back on death's door. Wow, we're in... Yeah, Shane is probably not going to make it. It's very unlikely that he survives this. We have 2 people on death's door, and they're just... The enemies have so many attacks here. Okay, another revelation for us. Delightful. A revelation for Maud Flanders as well. Okay. And we're probably dead. What a dodge! We have to kill this man. Fantastic work. Well,
this is no place for the weak.
That was your fault, Shane. And that's it then. Our Darkest Dungeon campaign is probably over. That's gonna be it. We cannot win this with only 3 people. We cannot beat this dungeon with 3. If we leave, though, we lose another one, which means we're gonna be down. This guy's fucking unkillable, though.
Religious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
All we needed was one death, and I'm beginning to immediately regret not having taken the death blow resist. I really am. If we fight this out, it does us no good. I blame Shane because we could have killed that man if only he hadn't dodged. If you hadn't have let him get off that dodge, we could have killed him. You can't do anything from the front position, can you? Nope, we're definitely screwed. Honestly, we should just run away. The thing is, I don't want to risk failing on the runaway. And he resisted the bleed as well. Beautiful. Are we done? That's the question then. Is this campaign actually finished? With that death, and Shane really has the very much wrong abilities to be in this fight. You're going to be afflicted very soon, and there's really no... You know what? There you go. Yeah, the accursed champion falls, but it doesn't really matter because this dungeon is fucking over. We just throw this shit on the ground. All we needed was that one of those things to hit. That was really all we needed. One goddamn worthless ass. One goddamn hit. Well, we'll abandon this then. And yeah, somebody's gonna die. We need to make sure we have 2 inventory slots too. Throw that on the ground then, I suppose. Yes, I hope it's Shane that dies. Please be Shane that dies. Yeah. So that cost us 2. It was in fact Shane that died. Good, I guess. You know what, Shane? You deserved it, but I think that might be end of campaign because our New Game Plus run now may be literally unwinnable. Let's go check the graveyard. 9 of 12. Yep, we actually cannot win at this point. We cannot win now because we're gonna lose 3 in the final dungeon fighting the last guy, and as soon as we get to 12 deaths, that's it. It's all over. I blame Shane. I shouldn't have trusted him. I shouldn't have trusted you, Shane. So, well, I mean, we said we were coming in loosey-goosey looking for... I really feel like the changes that they've made, too, with the Crimson Court make New Game Plus remarkably and stupefyingly difficult. But we're done. That's it. So we'll be back next episode with Little Crimson Court DLC. I'd like to say I'm disappointed about the way this run ended, but honestly, I really don't care. I'm looking forward to the Crimson Court a great deal. I've been itching to play it, and I'm itching to sort of start over. New Game Plus, I mean, we gave it a good run for its money. We got close. It's possible we're not out for the count. If we could get through the next 3 layers of the dungeon without losing a single guy, get to the final boss, and beat it on our 3 allotted deaths, it's possible. I think you actually have to lose 13 to lose, but you know what? I think the time investment is probably, overall, a net loss. I would really rather just play the Crimson Court. So, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I still blame you, Shane. I still blame you. You know what? I'm glad you're dead for the 2nd time. Man, that Shane cat just can't catch a win, though, can he? Gets all the guns in the valley. Doesn't get the guns of the Widow Starret, but he did get the rest of the guns. And then got brutally gunned down. Guess it's time to ride off in the sunset. But like Shane, I'm riding off into the sunset limp in the saddle because I'm spent. If you enjoyed the episode, though, you might consider dropping a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. And if you'd like to see Darkest Dungeon Redux with the Crimson Court DLC in what will probably be the Perfidious Manor. Perfidiousist? Is that even a word? I guess we'll find out. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon with Crimson Court DLC.